Let me tell you a story that'll grab your attention from the very start. A powerful CEO thought the courtroom was his playground, but in the end, he learned a lesson money couldn't buy. The case was about a small business owner, Mrs. Lane, whose cafe sat on a piece of land the CEO wanted for his latest luxury project. He used his team of lawyers, endless paperwork, and even intimidation to try and shut her down. When the trial began, the CEO leaned back in his chair, smirking. He whispered loudly enough for the courtroom to hear, "This case is a joke. I'll be home before lunch." Mrs. Lane sat trembling, clutching her folder of evidence, receipts, pictures, letters from neighbors who depended on her cafe. To her, this wasn't a joke. It was her life. The judge, an older man with a calm but piercing presence, raised his eyes and asked the CEO if he had anything to say before they began. With a smug grin, the CEO replied, "Just that this is a waste of the court's time. Let's end this farce already." The room went silent. You could feel the arrogance dripping from his words. But then, the judge leaned forward, his voice firm and cutting through the silence. "Mr. Daniels, this court is not here to serve your ego. It is here to serve justice. And if anyone is wasting time, it's you." The CEO's smile faltered. For the first time, he didn't look so untouchable. One by one, Mrs. Lane's documents were presented. Proof that the CEO had tried to manipulate zoning permits. Emails where his assistants threatened to make life difficult for her if she didn't sell. And letters from townspeople explaining how her cafe wasn't just a business. It was the heart of the community. The CEO's lawyers scrambled, but the judge's face grew more serious with every piece of evidence. Finally, after hours that felt like a lifetime, the judge delivered his ruling. Not only does this court rule in favor of Mrs. Lane, but we also find Mr. Daniels in contempt for attempting to misuse his power against a citizen of this town. This case is no joke. This case is a warning. The CEO's head dropped. The smirk was gone, replaced by a pale face of defeat. Meanwhile, Mrs. Lane, with tears streaming down her cheeks, whispered a quiet "thank you." And the room, it erupted with applause, not for revenge, but for justice. So remember this: arrogance may laugh at the start, but humility wins in the end. And if you love this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and share, because more stories of truth and justice are waiting for you.